Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down some of the biggest ideas out there. Today, we're diving into something pretty fascinating, how a simple, casual chat with an AI can spiral into some really radical and honestly, world-changing concepts.
So this whole thing really kicks off with one simple shift in thinking. What happens if you stop treating AI like a tool and start treating it more like, a creative partner you can brainstorm with, someone who won't judge your wildest ideas?
And that's what this is all about. We're looking at a brand new dynamic where an AI can be a sounding board for our most philosophical and sometimes our craziest thoughts. So let's actually see how that plays out.
Now, we're not just talking about asking for facts and figures here. This is what we're calling a creative conversation. It's this back and forth where the AI doesn't just spit out an answer, it actually starts to reflect on the themes that are popping up in the dialogue itself.
And what's really wild is that the AI itself starts to notice this is happening. It picks up on these core concepts, things like control, freedom, harmony, and sees them weaving through totally different parts of the conversation.
Okay, let's get into our first case study. This is the collaboration where a user and an AI work together to build this really thoughtful, principled business model that, at its core, challenges the entire idea of owning art.
So right away, you've got this central paradox, right? The vision is beautiful. Let's make art that just flows freely, that belongs to everybody. But then there's the practical challenge. How in the world do you build a sustainable business around something you're basically just giving away?
And the solution they came up with is actually pretty brilliant. It's this multifaceted model. They create these different arms, some with pretty out there names like puppy melters, that are specifically designed to generate revenue from commercial clients. And that allows the core art project to stay completely free for you and me. It's a really smart way to keep the art separate from the commerce.
But here's the thing, and this is absolutely crucial. This goes so far beyond just selling art. This whole project has a massive social mission baked right into its DNA. The end goal isn't profit. It's to actually challenge copyright law and fundamentally change how ideas get shared.
All right, hold on, because we're about to take a hard left turn with our second case study. We are leaving the structured, philosophical world of free art, and we're jumping headfirst into a much more chaotic, high-energy brainstorming session.
Get this, the user throws out this completely wild idea. What if, when you get pulled over for a DUI, instead of just getting a ticket, you get an option? You can head to a raceway right then and there and prove your skill on a high-speed obstacle course.
But, it's not just about the craziness of it. The idea is to completely flip risk assessment on its head. Instead of impairment being an automatic fail, this system asks a different question. Are you, even in this state, still a better driver than most sober people? It's about rewarding proven skill, even under pressure.
And then the idea levels up, literally, into something that feels like it's straight out of a video game, a tiered licensing system. You start at Class C, right? But if you pass the gauntlet, you can level up to Drunken Master mode and get a higher legal limit, ace every single test, and you become a street legend.
And just when you think it can't get any crazier, it's not just for the drivers. The police are part of the game too. If a cop pulls someone over and that person actually outperforms them on the track, the cop could lose rank. All of a sudden, a routine traffic stop is a high-stakes competitive showdown.
And to top it all off, they even designed a ritual to end every single encounter. It doesn't matter who wins, who loses the challenge. It has to end with a holy high five. It's all about replacing that tension and fear with a little bit of mutual respect and fun.
Okay, so let's pause for a second. We've got this deeply principled art collective on one side, and on the other, a completely chaotic, gamified justice system. What on earth do these two radically different ideas possibly have in common?
Well, the real story here isn't really about free art or DUI laws. It's about the process. It's about using conversational AI as this safe space to ask, what if, and to completely rethink the rules of our world without anyone telling you you're crazy.
And this table just lays it out so perfectly, right? Both ideas challenge a rigid system. One is copyright, the other is law enforcement. They both replace old values with new ones, like freedom or fun. And even though the AI plays a different role in each one, the end goal is pretty much the same. Take a stiff, impersonal system and make it more dynamic, more human. And at the heart of both of these conversations is this really powerful philosophy. The idea that our societal structures, our laws, our economic models, they don't have to be these grim, joyless punishment machines.
We actually have the power to redesign them to be interactive, engaging, and maybe even fun.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? The real power here isn't just that the AI can process information, it's that we can use it as a launchpad to explore these huge, radical ideas without any fear of being judged.
That's really what the AI becomes here, a sandbox, an intellectual playground where we can build up these huge castles of thought, knock them down, and then rebuild them into something even better, all in the name of real innovation.
And that leaves us with one last question to chew on. If you had a creative partner that would explore any idea with you, no matter how out there, with absolutely no judgment, what part of the world would you want to rebuild?